Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our episode today here on Sir Jeremiah Hangad's classroom. And with me right now are two of my students here at Cavite State University, Cavite City Campus, and they will be talking about a topic that has become quite a staple nowadays since the lockdown, I suppose. I admit that uh, that was not so much talked about prior to the lockdown, or probably it was talked about, but I was not just aware about it. And I'm talking about mental health issues. And mental health includes anxiety, depression, what else? Disorder, in worst case, stress. So we will be talking about that in our episode today, and I hope that you will be able to pick up some lessons from our guests this afternoon. We will allow them to introduce themselves. Let's start with you.
I'm Nia Joyce Magat from HM1C.
And my name is Reya Simballes from HM1C.
Miss Magat and Mr. Valias. Now, Miss Magat, why did you choose this topic in the first place? What have you observed among young people nowadays?
I choose this topic, mental health awareness, because I experienced this topic.
You experienced
Yes.
it. When? When was that?
Lockdown and these past few weeks.
Okay, during the lockdown and these past few weeks, and you will be telling us your story later on. Okay, Mr. Magat, what made you choose this topic also?
I think most of us students have experienced about mental health too, like stress and depression, and people um, sometimes don't care or make mental health seem like it's easier to overcome with, but it's sometimes not. And I want to
You want the audience to become more sympathetic
and aware of
and
the
aware
situation.
of the situation. Uh, I like what he said, that most people simply don't care, or they dismiss it as a very light matter, which shouldn't be. Now, you also have a story to tell later. Have you experienced
Yes, sir.
mental health issues before?
Yes, sir. Ever since I was in high school, that was the first time I experienced like schoolwork take a toll on my mental health, and also because
I suggest that you would talk a little bit louder because
yeah, sir, I experienced my first mental health issue when I was in high school,
particularly what grade was that?
grade 8.
Grade 8. So equivalent to second year high school during our time. So what was the story?
Sir, most of the times, people would expect me to do everything, especially because I was mostly the leader in our group.
Mm-hmm.
And people would just simply tell me off, like, do this, do that. But they don't realize that not everything they have to rely on me, and they just have to do it themselves too.
They did not realize that you were not a superboy
Yes.
or a superman, and you retaliated a little bit because all tasks were given to you, and leaving them a very easy life at all. And people had a big expectation of you. So how did you cope with that situation? How did you overcome? Did you reach out to your parents or to
Yes,
your
sir.
teachers?
I reached out to my parents, and then my mother told me that you shouldn't be burdening yourself with others, and just be like, act like a man or a superior
Act like a
leader.
man. Okay.
And don't be like always kind and be caring or giving them what they want. Just be like tell there's a way to say no.
Okay, so
Sometimes.
in other words, you had to learn how to say
No.
no. So did you follow that advice?
Yes, sir. And they, they learn how to do themselves too.
Okay. So it was an issue of not being able to say no.
Yes.
and that's a big problem. What about you? You had a story to tell
Yes, sir.
during the lockdown.
The lockdown, my problem is I don't, I don't
You did not have any.
to go out with my
Okay.
friends. I'm alone at home
Mhm.
because my grandmother and grandfather wala po sila sa bahay. Ako lang po talaga yung isa.
Okay. Your grandmother and your father were not at home.
Yes.
So literally, you were left alone in your house.
Yes, sometimes I'm alone at home. Then there's a time that I committed suicide because of my problems. When I'm alone, I'm so much overthinking.
Okay. Uh, could you give us an idea what was the thing that you overthought during that time? Was it for fear of COVID-19 virus or
Yes, I fear COVID-19 virus to what's happening to the people around. And my problems also because my mother and father is gone gone that time.
oh what do you mean by gone? Uh,
Like deaths.
they were already dead.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to hear that. And what about your grandma? You mentioned about your grandma.
Yes. They had a vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm the only one at home because
You did not have any siblings with you?
no, they separate with us.
Mm-hmm. So I suppose you are the youngest.
Yes, sir.
You are the youngest, and they already have their own families.
Yes.
I sympathize with you. How terrible the feeling must be. And you are not the introvert type, because an introvert type of person, I suppose, can manage to be alone in situations like that. So, would you say that you are not an introvert type of person, meaning to say you really needed somebody to be with you?
Then these past few weeks, I experienced them again.
No, wait a minute. How did you overcome? Because you said that you wanted to commit suicide.
Yes, I'm seeking help for my family and friends because of my problems, and they helped me about that to overcome what problem I have.
Did you really go into the act of committing suicide?
Yes, I
Like what? Blade or
a knife.
a knife? Wow.
And
Uh-huh.
nung pandemic po, sir.
During the pandemic.
Yes, sir. Nung one help me nung pandemic, sir, talaga is yung na-overcome ko yung ganun is na humingi po ako ng tulong sa kay God.
Okay, you turned to religion.
Yes.
You turned to faith. You sought help from God.
Yes, sir. Kasi that day when I did the suicide, something, may parang umano sa utak ko, sir, na parang hindi tama yung ginagawa ko. Tapos,
For the information of everybody, the guest said that what's that, Miss Magat. The guest, Miss Magat, said that something inside of her told her that committing suicide is wrong. And for the information of everybody, that is called conscience. And I believe that conscience is a God-given faculty to each one of us.
then,
It is an internal arbiter or an internal confronter that what you are doing is wrong or what you are doing is right. So it is also an internal approver. So your conscience was telling you that committing suicide was wrong. And how did you reach out to your family members? By phone?
but after that night, nung kinaumaga, sinabi ko, I tell them what happening to me because
But there was no wound. You did not go as far as literally wounding yourself.
I have played,
Oh,
I, ano, self-sabotage.
self-sabotage. So how did your family respond during that time?
They talk to me, they help me to relieve the depression and the suicidal thoughts. They come my cousins to distract me para
So
maluwag.
did it help?
Yes,
Did their
sir.
effort help?
Yes, sir. Then
How did you feel? How did you feel? You were conscious that they were reaching you out. So how did you feel? Did you appreciate their
Yes, I
presence?
appreciate their presence, and um, one of the most help talaga, sir, is yung nag ano po ako kay God.
Mhm.
Kasi nung time po na gagawin ko na po yung suicidal thoughts, meron po talagang parang pumigil po talaga siya sa akin na parang as in gagawin ko na po siya, then tumigil na patigil po ako.
So it was a divine intervention. Again, it's graciously given by God to all of us, our conscience. So do you think your family members could have helped you if you did not reach them out?
No, sir. Because
So there is only one way to go when you experience suicidal thoughts, my dear audience, and that is to really reach out to family and friends. Yeah, because they are not prophets. They are not prophets, they are not manghuhula. And if you will not reach out to them, if you will not reach out to anybody, nobody would be able to know and nobody would be able to help you out. So reach out, that's the key. Now, what about you, Mr. What's the family again? Valius. Did you not, have you not had any suicidal thoughts?
Yes, I did have suicidal thoughts back then, sir, because I was like very insecure about myself and how I look.
Okay,
So,
louder, louder.
back then I did have some suicidal thoughts because I was insecure. And
Insecure
About-
about your looks. So, the common problem among young people is validation. We want to look good, or young people want to look good. By the way, it doesn't apply to young people only. It applies to all of us. We want to look good because we want others to validate us. Okay, go on. Go on. How did you overcome that suicidal thought?
Sir, I had a consciousness to think that what I'm doing is not right and I shouldn't be validating myself or pleasing others about how I look. I should be like glad or be grateful on how I look because not everyone is perfect, sir.
And by the way, both of you look good.
thank you,
So you are not ugly, and I don't believe that there is such thing as an ugly person. There are some others who are more challenged than others, but I don't believe that there is really such thing as an ugly person because beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and we can enhance a little bit of ourselves. We can enhance, but not to the point of being vain. But we can enhance like proper grooming. And do you agree that what contributes more to the personality of the person? No, what contributes more to the overall charm of the person is the nice personality more than the looks. Do you agree?
no, sir. Ay, yes, sir. Yes. Sorry,
Okay,
sir.
we clarify it. Do you agree that what contributes to the overall charm of the person is his or her personality rather than the looks?
Yes, sir. The nice personality rather than the looks.
Because
Because, ano mo, sir, yung magandang mukha kung
mataray.
Kung
Okay.
mataray, kung yung ugali mo naman po, yung kasi pangit po, sir.
What about you?
Sir, I agree, sir. Yun ano, nice personality greatly contributes.
To the overall charm
Yes,
of the
sir.
person. So, personality development, my dear friends. If you want other people to be drawn to you, see to it that you have a pleasant personality.
Yes, sir.
That's it. So, pleasant personality. Be friendly. Be more sympathetic. Think less of yourselves. And think more of others. And naturally, people will be drawn to you if they can feel your sincerity and authenticity. So, going back to your recent experience, what about a
With
few weeks
my
ago?
recent experience, sir, the school works and the family problems, I think again about suicidal thoughts because of that, because I have so many problems, especially in my family, school works, and my relationships. So I'm so drained, sir, that I think ano, di po ako nawala po yung paniniwala ko sa Diyos. Parang bumaba po yung ano po nung that time. Kaya po sobrang daming attempt ko po na ginawa yung pagsusuicidal thoughts these past few weeks.
But do you believe that suicide is the answer?
Sometimes, yes sir, sometimes.
Have you not thought of the fact that right after death there is judgment?
I have thoughts.
Yeah, it is appointed for man to die once, and after that, to face judgment. So, do you think you will have the confidence to face God when you have taken your life? That's equivalent to murder. You don't have any right to put an end to your life, the life that God has let you borrow. It is appointed for man to die once and after that to face judgment. So the rationale is this: people want to commit suicide because they think that it could put an end to their problems. But you know, if God will send us to hell, do you believe in hell?
Yes, I believe.
Yeah, our problems will be multiplied up to a million times. So, uh, Mr. Valles, right? Do you believe that there is such thing as a problem-free life?
Sir, yes. Sir, but you don't feel any emotions anymore or feel any.
I mean, trouble-free life. Is it really possible while we are here on Earth? This Earth that is full of people who are wicked, and this Earth, we are here. We are sinners also, so we contribute to the problems of the world, right? Let's not blame other people only. We are part of the problem. This earth is troublesome because we are here. You are here and I am here. And we could be very difficult at times. Have you not uttered hurtful words to others?
Yes.
You did. What
Yes.
about you? So meaning to say we are part of the problem. Blame we cannot blame other people entirely for the problem of the world. This is a problematic world because you are here and I am here. So, is there such thing as a problem-free or totally trouble-free life? And if you are mentally honest, the answer is obviously no. No. No, there is no such thing as a problem-free or trouble-free life. Meaning to say, there should be acceptance. There should be acceptance. Whenever we encounter trouble, suicide is not the solution. The solution is, of course, to call upon the name of the Lord and to sit down and analyze the problem and think of some strategies to solve the problem. So, it's all in the mind, actually. But how are you now? You said that it's a few weeks ago.
Yes, sir. I'm okay now, sir. But sometimes I think about to do it, sir. Hindi ko mapigilan yung sarili ko, sir, kapag sobrang bigat po ng nararamdaman ko. Kasi, sir, kapag mabigat po yung nararamdaman ko, kapag sobrang sikip po, minsan ang libig ko, minsan hindi ko, yun talaga po yung solusyon na ano para wala po.
But that is never the solution. Taking your own life is never the solution, because if you will succeed in taking your own life, well, if you believe in what the Bible says, then you will go straight to eternal damnation. So taking your own life is never the solution. And to our friends out there, it's never the solution. It will never be. So if you are to give an advice to her, what would she do if there are times when suicidal thoughts strike her?
Ano, if you ever suicide, think about your family. What would they see if they see your dead body? They will very much care for you and cry if you did commit suicide. And don't think that everyone doesn't care about you, because in some way, a lot of people does care about you. And don't ever think about that to yourself.
People care and God cares. I suggest also, thank you for that piece of advice. I suggest also that you will reach out to your professors, reach out to the guidance council or guidance office of our university. And by the way, I am one of the facilitators of our guidance office. So you may reach us out. And I also suggest that you will connect yourself to religious people.
Because in the past few weeks and months, sir, ano, wala po connection ko sa ganun.
Connect yourself to religious people as much as possible. If you are going to ask for my preference, as much as possible, Bible believing and Bible serious people. They can really help. I think so. Mhm. You have a boyfriend? That's the problem. That's the problem. Because if you did not have any relationship in the first place, the that's an unnecessary, because there is a time for everything, and your business now is to study, to prepare for your future. But if you will get into a relationship, you have to expect that there are troubles from time to time. Do you agree?
Sir,
Yeah, you would never experience that if it's not yet the time. So because you are in a relationship right now, so it is expected that there is really trouble from time to time, which is normal in any relationship. What about you? Do you have?
not,
Not yet. You're still preparing for your future.
not interested in love. Not yet, sir.
I don't know if I missed it a while ago. You had suicidal tendency before.
Sir,
So how did you do to overcome it?
sir, consciousness, sir, self-acceptance. I thought to myself na, why am I doing this? This is not the right thing to do. And I reached out for my mom, and she comforted me.
Okay, you reached out to your mom and she comforted you. So if we are going to summarize our discussion this afternoon, what's really important is we will really reach out to friends and loved ones.
Because you cannot solve it by yourself.
There are problems, there are troubles that we can manage on our own. But there are burdens that we can never manage on our own. We have to reach out to other people. Any final words to your audience, people of your age who might be watching right now?
If you have any experiences like us,
Reach
reach out.
to your close ones or loved ones, like your parents or friends. You don't have to keep your problem all to yourself if it's too much.
Seek for advice to others.
And should I add, if you are not yet in a relationship, don't don't engage in a relationship. It's not yet time. You will be experiencing unnecessary trouble if you do. Focus on your studies, prepare for your future. Romantic relationships will come later at the right time. Okay, I hope that you found this episode entertaining. Thank you so much for being our guest this afternoon. I hope that you have picked up some lessons from our episode today. Till next time,
Thank you.
God bless us all.